the bigger picture on passive, before you look at anything, I advise you to consider preventing a headache or maybe a head spinning symptoms that you're going to have once you get it. Up until now, I'm not summing all of that together because I was just busy building that word Mike mentioned, which is value. So I thought there are a couple of ways for marketing. Either you talk a big talk and then you see what happens, and then you, okay, and then you figure out the value. So that's why we're often disappointed and, you know, things are not as they were promoted. I decided to do it reverse engineering way, which I thought I'm gonna pile value until no brain on planet Earth will look at what we have and will say, let me think about it. It will be dumb, dead if somebody would look at Onpassive for more than 2 minutes. Not entirely, not the whole picture, it will be difficult, but whatever corner or channel they come to Onpassive and look at it, it will be irresistible. It will be hard to refuse. That is a bigger selling strategy. So pile the value. I'm going to tell you how easy it is to market, okay? So imagine with me one video. You see the panel here? If you're seeing on a laptop, you're going to see a big screen. Imagine this is a playlist, okay? And then at the top or on the side menu, we can have products, pay structure, company, history, background, leaders, team, locations, and each one, if you click on it, okay, it will give you a 2-3 minute professional production company, Hollywood level video. That's it. Oh, okay. So I see what blessed. Okay. No further explanation needed. And then one complete master video, a few minutes that will sum up anything. But when the video says mail, you would get it. When it says products or IT, you would get it. It's already broken down. So you can have bites or you can look at the whole, zoom out and look at the whole picture. That is easy. That's just like for anybody to spend less than an hour, but it's endless and you will get all the details. But I'm not looking at selling that package yet. I'm looking for visionaries, which is the definition of somebody who sees the invisible, leaders, to really have a higher level of trust, value, belief, faith, and desire and passion before they see, oh, okay, it's easy. It's easy. If somebody would look at it, oh, okay, I pay a couple $100, whatever it is, it's easy. I'm not looking for that mentality. That's somebody, okay, some mutual benefit. But now we're building with leaders, exceptional, exclusive people. That's the difference. So I don't want you to sweat about the details. That's a fun part. Okay, so what and how do we do all of that? If I wanted to build a business, okay, just for one individual, that is Ash, I'm gonna need exactly most of the elements in Onpassive. Up until now, in my life, professional life, I have not seen a solution that sums up and piles all of those solutions in one place. So if I go and my business, like Virginia, I believe she mentioned, okay, a family business, or I sell shoes, okay. I'm gonna need a place where I register a domain name. Then I'm gonna need a place where I host that domain name, make it live, make it visible on the HTTPS or www. To go on the worldwide net. Then after that, I'm going to find a designer and do it. And then I'm going to provide a content or content writer. And then I'm going to, have a registration process. I'm going to have a merchant. I'm going to have a follow-up process. I'm going to need, so I will go through that anyway. except I will be the only one who's benefiting and supporting the idea because it goes back to me. Why not doing exactly what I'm doing, but make it available for the masses, replicate it using the power of humans, replicate, do it at a scale / AI to automate and replicate and let the machine do the heavy lifting. So it is very overwhelming to do this, to develop it. But it's very simple. Like I said, I could really make it a show for you, that easy for the end user. That is not the worry of what they have to do. So I decided, let me struggle with that along with the teams, those who get paid, and let the public or the users enjoy our work and heavy lifting. So how does it work? It's complicated. It's going to make your head spin. You're going to have a headache. A lot of people would quit, maybe 2 months in the process. You are going to have a stubborn, hard-headed brain to not to quit or to go after this. So I like the fact that it is complete. I like the process that we're not building a one brand, okay, or one domain name. We're build everybody's the hero. So now we can go back and just talk about the topic. I brought with me a cord because you have to strangle me to stop. I mean, 2 minutes or 5 minutes are not going to be fair for that. But no, it's my passion. You know this. You're going to have to choke me to be able to stop talking about marketing. I love it, and I can never have enough of it. Why? Because when you're confident about what you do and you've tried it and it works, okay, you want to share it with your loved ones. Fortunately, it's a big base, my loved ones. Okay, so I will, you know, you care about your people, you want to impress them. So I love to flex and show and be able to impress you. Now, traffic is never a complete process up until now. Remember how we talked about the technology and the tools to build a business or to manage anything nowadays online? That's one thing. But also now, okay, so let's say you managed to put a business there, but now you need eyes on your product or offer, business book, whatever pitch you have, right? And how do you do that? That's the determining fatal factor for most businesses, where people get stuck, or businesses. If you cross that challenge, there's a good chance you're going to make it. Insanity is to go and work what worked for John 20,000 years ago, I don't know, or 10 years ago, and think it's going to work for you. So there are so many variables. The most beautiful thing about marketing is a very dynamic process, and it's not a syntax. It's not a formula that works for everybody. Okay, there's so many variables, and if you think you're going to do it in a scientific way, yes, to a degree. But if you don't have the art and the brain mechanics and flexibility to piece up all those different areas of marketing, you're going to miss something. So let me tell you something. Having enough visitors to your website, that's good. Having a good or bad website, that's one factor, yes. But that's not everything. So let's talk about those visitors, okay? I've never said traffic. It's not bulk traffic. I have the word targeted traffic. I have the word exclusive traffic. I have the word relevant traffic. I have the word AI-driven traffic. So all those, I'm happy to break them down for you. So for example, okay, you go and purchase any item online. Almost every e-commerce website or email provider or any platform online is going to have a pre-checked box at the bottom of the transaction. You're buying shoes, but it's going to offer you socks. Or it's going to say in fine prints, please keep me posted or keep sending me special offers to my email. All that. It's already checked. It's a tiny, it's hard to see. It's there. That is called a co-reg, okay? R-E-G stands for registration. It's you register, they kind of like twisted it in there. It's like a bug without your permission. And it's there, it's hard to see it. So now you become a lead, but a co-reg lead. Yeah, I bought his shoes, but I'm not interested in under panties or, so it is what they sell, and now you're bombarded. And then, it becomes not untargeted. Two, there is something about the device. Your spouse or family member use the device to purchase once, but you never have an interest in that product. Also, the geofencing that we have in O-Tracker, which just to add on to what Mike said to Virginia, it's going to allow you to select a time frame when to send and not to send traffic to a selected domain name. 1, 2, amount or ratio of traffic. So you do have that ability. So don't worry about that. Okay. It's one of the features in O-Tracker. So the nature of that lead potential prospect. So you're looking essentially for a sale or for people, actual people to join your business. You might be selling a class, so you're looking for people, not an item, right? Like O-Cademy. Or you need people with hearts to use O-Bless or to respond to follow your O-Net or one of the social platforms that you're looking for followers and influencers. So you're looking either for people or items to sell, right? Or to attract. All right. So if you use the same mechanism, unattractive. I often previously opted in something, you make a reservation at a restaurant, but then you start having offers for something really not that relevant, entertainment or something else. So that is a turning off point. If you're not on target with your prospect, that will turn them off. They will walk away. So don't think, tricking or all those guru tactics. Yeah, smart. But listen, the best way is value and trust and honesty. If you connect with people, you may have less followers or prospects or sales or transactions, but more effective. So there's another thing is qualified. Do you hear me? I say the word qualified. Okay. Traffic. Qualified meaning you could have 1 billion people looking at your website, but they're dead broke. Or what you're offering is above their capacity, financial budget. What's the use of those? If they receive 30,000 emails from, let's say, a network or a business in a day, essentially the same offer. Me. What do you think that's going to do to the prospect, to the buyer, to the potential customer? Turn them off. So the same thing that most people think are good or smart, or actually they are fatal mistakes. They're deadly to marketing. So you want to make sure that the traffic, number one, relevant, okay? And qualified. Qualification, entails financial ability. Have they ever bought? Do they have a credit card? Do they have a wallet to purchase? Do they know the language? So motion and traffic on the website, yeah, you could have heavy traffic and just have a heavy hosting bill for us. No one is buying anything. They don't know what you're talking about. It's a different language. Relevant, qualified, exclusive. Cannot sell one visitor to everybody. When I send it to Engineer Mike, when I send one visitor, he owns it. I cannot have it. No one else will have it. They will not receive from everybody. They signed up for engineermike.com. That's all they know. There's no Onpassive involved. So not all traffic is the same. And the process of what you do with them. All right. Do they really feel there's no one behind it? This is just a quick old, robotic autoresponder, just like not even connecting with them? Or does it use AI where it gives it to the right, website owner, relevant product, relevant language, time zone, currency, and make sure AI is telling Engineer Mike there is, Jerry or Bob right now on your website, make a contact with them immediately and add that element. So we've heard it before. The follow-up is where you either make it or break it. The money is in the follow-up. You're gonna have 1 billion people there and they try to call that phone or take a look at the website or something outdated. Just a lot of busy work, not productive work. So the follow-up process with our AI, the accuracy of it, giving you the tools, the completion of it, okay? If they didn't like O-Tracker, they would like O-Trim. If they don't like it, they would like, O-Connect or O-Peer. They would like something, okay? So having, all the process covered without you having to do the heavy liftings, like Lynn said, that's the bottom line. It makes you a hero, attractive, professional. You cannot find a more, or better looking website than Mike's website. So that is impressive. I want to look like that. So always and constantly, they're looking, can I do this? Is it possible if I become a part of his business, if I'm able to do that? But if I'm seeing that, and then Mike calls me and says, I'm not doing anything. I'm sipping my, coconut water under a palm tree in Honolulu, right? Then, man, how do you do that? Oh, all I had to do is just follow me. You see? So it makes you more attractive. You're the hero. So all the variables. The offer, is it relevant? Okay. A lot of time you're just pushing something to people that they don't want it, and they might just want to get you off their shoulder one time. That is not sustainable business. You're going to have a lot of refunds, chargebacks. You're going to have people quitting. They're not going to be encouraged to share it. The fact that, everybody's going to have instant results, that's what we focus on. Okay. It takes 3 to our plan that you will break even. So how hard is it for us to hook you up with 3? So day 1, as of now, I know I'm going to need, 1 million times 3. So 3-4 million visitors to our business. Okay. your domain name every day. Do it until you have 3. It's not going to happen day 1, but day 15, day 35, it will happen, 1 at a time. And by the time you do it, now you have a bigger budget and all of that. Here's the beauty about that. Those who follow you, you don't become their upline. They're not your downline. We moved away from those terms, okay? It's just an inheritance. We've had it in the past, but now we've evolved into our own identity. We want to call them your team or your customer base, okay? Nobody's better. It's a circle. It's your base, okay? It's a win-win situation. You're not above them. You're not, you just invited them, or you chose us to invite them on your behalf. Now, when that happens to them, you have a second generation of leadership. Now you will become a pro, because even those who followed you, the sales, now replicating. They are replicating. Now you go to generation 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't go to the similar structure. I threw a tantrum just 2 days ago about my lawyers because I used the word pyramid. Oh, no, I didn't use the word pyramid. I did this. It was a visual conference. I did the word, oh, that's pyramid. I said, yeah, you caught me naked or what? Like, okay, it is a pyramid. Your government is a pyramid, okay? Your White House is a pyramid. Show me an organization. A school is a, what is wrong with that? It's a triangle. And you know what? I showed them on the record. I said, for the first time, we said we're an equal shape. So don't get mixed up with that shape or the structure. We could make it a cylinder, or a rectangle, whatever you like, okay? The bottom line is there are so many variables in the marketing process. It's not 1, it's not 2, and none of them is a static thing. The time that you send the message to your recipient has a big factor on their decision. The medium, the platform that you send through has to do with it. Because the first thing, while they're still laying down in bed and they open, they're not ready to put a credit card or a purchase. Wrong timing, okay? Or 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. So to know the time zone, and there is a productive professional time zone, indicates business activities. That's when the pitch happens. All right. So we have statistics. We do the study, the research to know when is the peak when people put a credit card or make a purchase. Sunday noon after church, most people are watching football game. The last thing they want you to talk about business. So what days of the week, what time of the day? And if it's 10 a.m. in North Carolina, it is not 10 a.m. in Germany. So you have to be relevant. Time zone, thanks to O-Tracker. You have to make sure everything is a moving part, is a variable. And I told you right from the beginning, the first thing, you're going to have a headache. Second thing, it will make your head spin. That is normal. The good news, you don't have to go through that. We're aware of it. It's our passion. Hey, something that could be a struggle to you is somebody's passion or a hobby, if you wish. That's a good thing. All right, my wife hates cleaning fish. Like if I fish, if I catch it, I either have to clean it, find somebody to clean it, or give it away. But she likes to eat it. Different, you see? So you are interested in the result, but you don't have to go through the process of cleaning nasty, stinking fish. Just gonna enjoy it. So that's why it is really not one thing. It's so many moving parts, and each one is dynamic. If you don't connect them, if you don't fix them like to perfection, it will just be a waste. of money, resources, time, and all of that. So you have to really master marketing, especially if you're doing it at a scale. So I could turn more value from 10 visitors, the quality of them, over 10 million, no joke. Give me 10 million, no concept, no process, or no good offer. Oh, big deal. Also, who they are looking at. So there's some places you don't want to talk about yourself. So the website is, if it's talking about O-Trim, and then you have a whole paragraph about Julie or Susie McCrae. Who the hell are you? Why do I care to know about you? Right? Okay, so it's sometimes, but if you're talking about something humanitarian, then your bio, if you're talking about, oh, bless, if you're talking about, so your personable brand, if you throw it in the wrong place, it's the turn of, who is Mike? I don't want to. So remember, people don't know you yet. So if you throw your identity, 99% of the population don't like you. They don't know you. They're just going to look at what they disagree with. They don't know you. They don't like you. But if they know, so you have to focus on the value and the nature of the product. So there's some areas of the business, they would never know what business it is, if it's Onpassive, or if this is, Dan Street who is inviting me. So identity where needed, when needed, after they follow you on one of the things, okay? They have no choice now, they're stuck with you, all right? But, so it's a Catholic marriage, So there's no way to bail out. They're trapped in a good way, okay? But if you talk about you and then, let me shop for a better person. I don't like his head. I wish his nose was bigger, smaller. Not going to find a perfect person. Or name, or gender, and all. It is dangerous to throw the identity, okay, too soon at the wrong place at the wrong time. So the offer itself, the completion, the process, the follow-up, the accuracy of it, the relevance, the time zone, the currency, the language, if somebody sign up anywhere and now you're talking to them in a foreign language, yeah, you're getting a lot of traffic, but what is it? Bogus, okay? Is it real traffic? The word real, because there's something called proxy. They set up machines, they're really sending you different people and names and all that. Anyone has seen your offer? Zero. It's called a proxy. Is it a co-registration? Like somebody just, kind of inserted that little box to okay. The timing, okay? You're not looking for that. Now, you registered on O-Connect. Oh yeah, I would love to start talking to my business colleagues or my followers over O-Connect. But all of a sudden, the first follow-up, whether is a text or an email or a video, they receive something in a different language, okay? And it's all it's talking about O-Net or financial freedom or Mr. DeGarmo the hero. I don't need that. So the timing, stay on topic. AI will know they came through O-Cademy. It will stay on course. It has to stay on course. All of those variables. Listen, nobody knows all those details and piece them up together, but you have to get, all those moving parts created, and then we connect them. And my part is to dedicate the logic of this masterpiece. But I will tell you what, you are blessed. You don't have to do it. Number one. Number two, you would never ever in your life get somebody who will perfect this operation and deploy it to perfection like we do. You can go to the bank immediately. So we know how to scale it. We know the relevant content, the language, the timing, okay? It is not the best day to send an ad to Israel, okay, on a Saturday morning. That's not when they will buy. Or Cinco de Mayo in Mexico, 5th of May. Wrong timing. Right? Fireworks, you're selling that, I don't know, mid-February or something. No, you do that in June for 4th of July or New Year Eve. So the relevance, the timing, time zone, all of that is covered. The offer, if it's good, the quality of the traffic, if it's exclusive, if it's humanized, if there's a proper follow-up, all of that. So just have fun with it. You know, if you're interested in the details, nothing more than traffic, you know, I can talk to you about, but the good news, you don't have to invent it.
Truly good news.
Yeah, there's no better traffic than exclusive traffic, targeted traffic. That's what you want to focus on. So most people talk about the quantity. Yeah, you can have everybody on your website, but then they're confused.
I wanted to ask you something, you know, because I feel like we're truly blessed that you folks are doing all of this for us, because we're lay people and we just don't know where to start, really. But I was interested in the traffic specialists that you have on board. I wanted to know a little bit more about that. The strong workers that you have focusing on traffic. I just was amazed that there even is such a thing.
So back in 2018, when I started this process, one of my best friends, and he lives 6 months in Tennessee and 6 months not far from you. Okay, West Coast in Florida. So when we've done a lot of business together, we crushed it a few occasions, and when I came up with the concept of Onpassive, I said, but we need to scale this. So we considered, you know, other areas that we could acquire, and we have a plan to this would be exclusive for us. But we also were able, until now, we have somewhere between 80 to 100 good qualified sources that can literally give us almost unlimited number of buyers. The key word is buyers, okay? People who have a history of buying. So they are qualified, they know how to go online. Yeah, you could talk about, you know, people who have no connection or internet or email or card. Have 1 trillion of them. What does that do to you? There's no trillion humans, but so we're blessed that we have this ability to reach them. I'm not even talking about generating more visitors. We're talking about a list that already exists and just, you know, sharing them, like inviting them in different ways. Okay, we have the technology to do so with our partners and joint ventures. Not only that. We can acquire traffic on demand. A big deal in traffic is the ROI. Okay, so if it costs you $10, like to generate one sales, is that effective? So in our case, you know, because of the volume, it allows us to get it at a very cost-effective level and competitive, actually. It will allow us to have a good margin because our business is so profitable. So all those important things, because you could bankrupt chasing the wrong traffic or an open budget very quickly. So to have the reasonable budget for that. So we know where the traffic is, or the crowd, the audience. We have an incredible offer. We have a perfected like nowhere else with AI process. We have it all. We have all the variables and all the elements, and we can command it on demand. There's no limit for the traffic we can get, and potentially we can handle it very effectively. And they would get value even before they put $1. If you're talking about, coming to our back office as a guest or watching some of our events and all of that. So we will give them a ton of value before they even buy. It will just be like, can I do, like, tell me what to do for you, okay? Remember my psychology? A good leader will always touch the heart before they ask for the hand. Touch the heart. So if I have 5 followers, 5 prospects are listening to me, and I give them value more than they thought before they put $1, wow, I'm already getting better, just like the founders. Are you going to question after all of this, if you've been with us or paying attention, when you see the value and what we're building, are you going to question like, oh, if it's going to be this much money? You're going to jump, because most people want to join a strong base, like a tribal structure. Okay? They don't want to follow a weak leader, weak business, weak concept. We're something revolutionary, and we're loud in our impact. So it'll be easy for us to really attract the public. Now, I'm not talking about, the value itself is, you don't have to promote it. It sells itself. It's, come on, sample it, take a look, no pressure. But they're tied up. They go to engineermike.com, they're stuck. I mean, don't take it the negative way. It just fairly coded to him. Let's improve the language. And there's no bailout until they buy or die. Now, I hope you don't think we're going to slaughter people, okay, jokingly. I mean, like, unsubscribe, okay? Let's use technical term. Or I don't want to buy, or leave me alone, or something like that, okay? So they will receive follow-up or a reminder. People forget. But the machine doesn't forget that you bought flowers, on June 17th to your spouse or something, okay? Or a teddy bear. I was going to remind you every June 17th. Continuity. There's one time the sale, and there's forever the sale, forever green. I hope I gave you a little bit of the perspective. It's really not your part to worry about the mechanics. And it's not something I was able to learn 5 minutes before I come to the webinar. It takes time. to cultivate this knowledge experience with a lot of loss and trial and error investments till you gain this confidence and become aware. And how you do it? Do you do it with passion, or you just want to, you know, get by? So when you're passionate about something, it will pay off. So don't expect yourself to know everything, or I don't expect you to know everything I mentioned. If you got a lick of that, that's good enough. If you didn't get anything, no bother. We're just having a chat. The good news, you don't have to do it. We go through all of that. I don't think anyone else will do it for you. That's guaranteed. Show me, I will follow them. Like from the heart, like all the way, genuinely, okay? Because they will just try to trick you and upsell you. Oh, there's something they call upselling. I hate it. It's like misleading. It's squeezing your buck. It's like killing your wallet. That's what it means. So this is Ash at a Friday evening. I hope you like my attitude.
I love it. I can see you're in your element. You are totally in your element. You're happy as a clam right now.
I am. I can wear you out.
You came with a little passion tonight, Ash. That's good to see.
I have the cord.
We love it. We love it.
Thank you.
All right. What is your time frame like? We've got.
We do it until we die. We do it until it's done. I'm kidding.
Awesome.
I've been on the webinars the whole day.
I bet you have been.
Yeah.
India's
awake
to take
now.
Some questions. You
yeah,
want
absolutely.
to take some questions?
I like
okay,
intelligent questions. Allow me pineapple and mint and.
Take a break. Take a breather. Okay, so let me repeat. Now we've got some ground rules here. We don't want to eat up Ash Mufarah's his whole night. So when you do make your comments or questions, can you keep them to about 2 minutes? And we're going to leave it up to you to monitor yourselves. Also, we're asking you to raise your hands, and what we're going to do is ask you to unmute, and then you can go ahead and speak. All right, and no support questions. No support questions tonight. Let's use our time wisely. All right, so now we have Hildegard. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, the whole Onpassive Nations team. And thank you, Ash. What an honor to be a part of this movement. And I have a feeling I'm sitting in a room of souls that a long time ago have decided to come together. We might not have known how it would come to pass, but I'm so excited, I can't even tell you. And my question initially was, that's why I raised my hand, and it was answered more or less when Judy asked hers, how many, per position, how many businesses could you actually attach to it? I understand that you let the position make the money, and then is there like a limit? One of the people in my team asked me that not too long ago. I have so and so many businesses. Can I have 1 or 3 or 5 businesses attached to a certain O-Founder's position? If you would.
Well, let's not call them positions, okay? We're not talking about positions. Founders are the only package that is all about positioning and the early adapters of the vision. But I think we're wrapping up this phase of Onpassive, as you may tell. Now, moving forward, we're going to be talking about packages, sales, subscriptions, products, services. That's the conversation. Terms are important. So let's agree on that. As a business owner, as an individual, as a company, okay, you have the ability to buy an unlimited amount of businesses or packages. Okay, subscriptions, all of that. One business by default is every day is going to have the engineermike.com. Let's stick with that for the conversation today. Engineermike.com. That is the brand, that's the domain name. You go to the website tomorrow, it's going to be a different, complete layout, website design, okay, message, videos, completely different, talking about a different topic. In case what you saw today, you didn't like on it. The day after is a different one. The day after, a different one. 365 days, each and every day is a unique, complete, different design. What happened to the website from yesterday or last week or last month? It doesn't die. It stays forever green in a way. So / on your own engineermike.com, you know, whether it's March, February, by the month, by the date, by the topic, it's there. But remember, you have so many variables or parts of the business or products that will allow you to have your own shop. Okay? So one is O-Commerce, one is O-Bless, one is O-Cademy, O-Creat, you follow me? O-Mart, and so on and on and on. Each one is going to have your identity on your own domain name, cause, you know, building clean water in my neighborhood, or feeding my, you know, opening a yoga club for my neighbor, whatever the cause is. So you could categorize, and that is unlimited. So remember, you have all those many hundreds of websites and portals, but they're promoting and, you know, attracting the audience to parts of Onpassive. In case they don't like one, they don't like two, they don't like C, they don't like, on the hopes they would, you know, be attracted to something based on where they came from. But your own has no limit. You could create unlimited amount of websites per day. Each one is a different, unique domain name, but engineer.com, no, mike.com is the main domain, but everything is a subdomain. There's no mention of Onpassive, there's no mention of O-Bless or the details of our business products or scope. So,
wow, Ash, it's unlimited. You are the unlimited man. Thank you.
So it is unlimited. You can have unlimited in O-Mart, unlimited in O-Bless, unlimited in O-Creat. Okay, each one is unlimited. So there's no number, like you would have thousands of websites in no time. If you're active, if you're not, you know, it's a different scale, but you're going to have a numerous number of websites on your identity. Who's the hero? You. Nobody knows that so and so, whether myself or somebody in a different country or in Hyderabad is working their tail off to build that website or design or tweak or code. Nobody knows. It's Engineer Mike is the genius. Look at this guy. What a brand.
Well, he is a genius. I learned a lot from Engineer Mike.
I don't
want to say that.
I don't mean him specifically. To all of the fairness, of course he is, but I'm just saying every founder, every reseller, every marketer of Onpassive will look as a pro hero, like a main brand, without even them lifting a finger. That's where we get the heat. Because of that, is how, like, you're doing this, but we're doing it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Hildegard. Next, we have Kyrie from the United States. Go ahead, Kyrie.
Hello, good day, everyone. I have two questions. My first question is, for the people who want to use Onpassive traffic for external business, will Onpassive be affiliated with the larger tracking platforms, or will Onpassive have its own tracking platform?
Remember the word I used, exclusive, all right? So whatever visitor, okay, the traffic is really a random thing, but whatever we would use the word exclusive visitor to you, when they go to, that's it, they're exclusive. Nobody is We're not sharing the same thing. I mean, one major, can I say the word scam? In the traffic lead generation advertisement publication businesses, I often say, I think all the time, I've seen a company that will sell the same lead 45 times a day. Different customer, but often they end up promoting, the same business or a good portion of them. If you were building abc.com as a business, and the next 25 buyers that they are doing the same, and the leads are the same, what do you think is going to happen? If they were interested 1% in your offer, now they just killed it, because who do I listen to? This sounds like a scam or a can of worm or some like noisy flood. It is a turning off point to the recipient when they receive multiple messages at the same time from the same people. So it sounds like something, I'm being sold. There's a sense of desperation here, all of that. So I love the word exclusive. Even if you get less traffic, less visitors, but it's a higher quality and a higher value. So
Thank
we're
you,
not,
Ray.
per se attached like Onpassive is getting from Facebook. You're not going to see that. Okay. Though I have the philosophy of leaving no unturned stone, but sometimes you have to give a good respect to yourself and value. And if you have a better, more qualified organic value than, the supplier, why am I going to go? I don't believe in it, so I'm not going to spend money on it.
Okay. And I do apologize. Did I say traffic or tracking? Like a tracking platform, like volume that they have that in affiliate marketing that we use to track the traffic.
Our own technology, but you said the word traffic. If I apologize if I misheard, but I think you said the word traffic. And no, we have our own tracking systems.
Oh, we do.
It's not a track like what are they called, statistics or something. No, of course that's our technology. That is like a part of our traffic, and each one of those websites would have statistics, so it will tell you who's there and the volume and their location and their IP address and their browser and their time zone, their language, their currency, their everything.
Thank you.
Fun. Yeah, of course.
My second question is,
Okay.
You can double dip.
I know that we have the best tech team on the planet.
No,
as our CEO,
we're still building them. we're still hunting. Yeah.
As our CEO, what action did you take when you heard the news in the United States that Amazon AWS was brought down 3 times last quarter? And that completes it.
I had a very beautiful, constructive meeting with AWS Thursday, and we discussed everything. No, I mean, I have a lot of respect for Amazon, AWS. They're huge. The scale of their business, the security, all of that. One thing I don't like is their pricing point. I feel is overpriced, and they know this. The monopoly, and there's no human element. It's really all down to the dollar. So we're open, and we're friends, and we talking about some seniors in Amazon. So don't judge a company for a hiccup or anything. We're going to be put in that spot at some point. Amazon is Amazon. I mean, AWS is AWS. So they're huge. So a blink in their website, that's okay. It doesn't diminish their value or their history.
hopefully that answers your question. And Mr. Mufara, don't you think that eventually Onpassive's data center will be much larger over the long term than anyone else's data center?
The key is not larger, but the key is what do we do with it? Okay. So what Amazon is doing, they're pocketing money for one company. And the customers on there, they're choked up, like their life is in the hands of AWS. So the benefit is it will give us the freedom, the liberty to be completely independent with scalability and have the flexibility to share the benefits and the results with whom we want. So it's a different structure. We might not, or it could take us a while to have, you know, they have, I know we have some tech guys here, so they have 84, you know, they have zones, they have region. I think there are like 26 regions globally. Each region contains multiple zones, 1 to 5, the number, and each zone. So let's say they have West Virginia. West Virginia has, so that's one region. So that might have multiple locations, like administrative locations, between 1 to 5 within the time zone and the region of Virginia. Each zone also contains 1 to 5 data centers. Massive number of servers. So do the math. That's a lot of tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of servers. We're quite almost close to invisible to that volume. So to get there, it will be a big process. But I'm more excited about what we do with the ability of having our own data center. Give the unlimited, the freedom, the no cap, you know, philosophy to our users. Not a meter and then by the click, by the, you know, every navigation, every browse, we charge them. So that's what they're good at. Their passion is to make money. That's not my passion. So the motive is different. And the use is different. But because you are Len and Ron, I'm going to give you something. But what if I am able to? No, I think it's too crazy. I'm not going to say it today. Change the topic.
Shucks. We almost got a gold nugget right there, didn't we? Almost.
Yeah, it's huge. I said it the other day on the round table. Leave it until we close the founders, and we're going to have some fireworks.
I think we're all looking forward to that great experience. All right, we have Bob Takusi, our IT guy from Bel Air, Maryland. Let's let you say a few words.
All right. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Ron. Hello, everyone. Hello, Mr. Ash. It's a pleasure seeing you. Greetings from Bel Air, Maryland. I live in Bel Air, Maryland. I just wanted to make a contribution, and then I'll have one question. This is to Judy. You know, we get this question a lot about you know, founders coming in, and then they talk about, you know, having an extra package, like, you know, they want to dedicate a package for traffic. So I've actually, you know, as Mr. Ash wants us to call it now, package, not position. So I've actually given some thought to it, and I'm glad Mr. Ash is here so he can, you know, correct me based on what I'm thinking. You know, I believe that if you, I don't care how many packages, how many you have, for you to dedicate that to your business outside, another business outside for traffic, you are shortchanging yourself. We just heard from the master himself. It tells us as how much the volume of traffic that's going to be coming.
But Bob, so each account or package, if you choose to include the marketing with it, okay, you are a reseller, for example, so automatically it's gonna, you're agreeing for us to send traffic to that account, your domain name. Now, this is by default, it's like almost like a cookie cutter, okay, a small portion for everybody, everyday. Consistency is the key there. You don't want to send one visitor once in a while, or so it's a good flow that over time will ensure some traction. Now, but there is also, I did mention, we will make sure that if you just want traffic, like aside from the business suite.
I'm coming to that, yes.
So you would have the ability to have unlimited amount of packages.
Right.
Forget the dollar amount, but different packages, different volumes. And you can do that not once a month or like, a subscription. You could do that in different ways. The key, this is a massive shop, okay?
Right.
The Onpassive Earth or planet. It just a big market. All the people marketing their stuff, or they're promoting other businesses, opportunities, products, all of that. Everybody's pitching some thoughts, offers, ideas, plus the Onpassive pages, products, and the additions, and our physical products. Continue that. It's just it's the biggest mall. Okay. Now, it has been advised that we should have, more options to sell. In other words, what if you want to buy, you want to spend, figure, okay, a big amount of thousands of dollars today. You're having a campaign or something on your business. We want to make sure that is available. So scalability is important. We don't want you or your traffic to limit your growth. If you're having a good success and you have the budget and you want to scale faster, yeah, we'll help you do so.
Could you just have O-Tracker as a standalone? Just have O-Tracker? Because I think my understanding is
there are so many products are relevant, so for example, like the suite of O-Staff, so with O-Hire, with OP, so it's better for you to get a complete O-Staff, right? With the different departments with it, so it becomes the most attractive O-Staff or HRM system. Okay. Now if somebody's just interested in O-Peer, it's a different approach, not through Onpassive. So it will be, trust me, we're not going to say no to sales. All right. So we will sell businesses, all of that. But the beauty is, which is a disappointment for businessmen, if they're here, they will say, this guy's an idiot. He's not a business savvy. Up until now, I'm always constantly thinking, no matter what the source of the revenue, it just comes from this side, is going to the main tank. and we're going to bless those who are qualified.
So O-Tracker is integrated with O-Traffic and O-Funnel. You had said that before, right?
You will have bundles. Let's call it
Yeah.
bundles, but
Mhm.
but that the Onpassive way, we're going to make sure everybody has access.
Everybody
to
has,
everything.
yes.
Now,
I got it.
outside is not going to be called O-Tracker, okay? But if we have a few clients that we're generating, you know, some good budget that is taking care of us covering a payroll in one of the countries, yeah, why not? With a kiss.
Okay. So now my next question is, if you can, please, can you just explain to us, or let me just get it clear. Auto language translator in O-Connect. Are we actually, my understanding, or maybe I should tell you my understanding and then you correct me if I'm wrong. So we are actually translating the language as I'm speaking. For instance, I'm here in the United States. I'm on an O-Connect conference, video conference. You are in France. I'm speaking to you in English.
Machinery translation, and that we're not the dictionary, okay?
Mhm.
But we're automated the process. So we're going to give you the ability to put closed caption.
Okay.
Remember, we have voice recognition and
Yes.
in O-Cademy and different elements, you know, so we're blessed to have so many reusable features and technologies. That's why I'm having this crazy momentum now, because like, oh, wow. So it gets lighter and easier as you have the foundation, or in the beginning, you're scraping here and there, but now, okay, well, you know, there's like a couple of sprints and you have a product, because we did, you know, 75% of it, but now we're just customizing that to fit in this product.
Okay.
So let's say chat, okay, for you to chat or text or have in the editor of Onpassive. Once you create that, it's almost on every application.
Yes.
Almost.
True.
You're not going to invent it every time.
True.
We tweak it, we customize it based on the needs. Exactly. So the first product is a big deal, because, of course, not the first editor. The editor is where you type, right?
Right.
The text box for just breaking down, simplifying that. If you think the first editor we created, we loved it, and we said, this is it, it's a winner. No, we'll probably have like 20 or something until we got to the point, okay, now we're cooking. And then any product after that is like, okay, or the first one, you're embarrassed about the product, and then 2 more products, then we fix it on 3. Couple more, now we fix it. When we upgrade the editor, we upgrade it on 5 different platforms. What we've done,
Yeah.
I'm talking about past. Then there's 7, and we go now and we tweak in every one of them. But once we finalize it, now we apply it to the 7, and anyone ever after is just dump it in, tweak it much faster. It's already done. So we are having many pieces, many tools, many features that are, we call it reusable technology.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Ash. Appreciate it.
Of course, that's what I do.
Yeah. Thank you, Lynn.
Hope to see you soon. Thank you, Bob.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Bob. Next, we have Engineer Mike. His hand got lowered by mistake, and it certainly wasn't me that did it. So just know that, Engineer Mike, it was inadvertently lowered. You are next.
By the way, Mike, Chris did it. Okay.
Of
Chris-
course, that's what
Chris-
he does to everyone.
Chris can never do that to me, Maddie. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Leadership Council members. Good evening, Sir Ash.
Good
Yes,
evening.
sir. I want to talk a little bit about our traffic. That's the topic for today. So I wanted to know, I've been asked so many times by my team members, what is the extra traffic and how can we benefit from it? Thank you.
Based on the number of your founders team?
No, the extra traffic, the extra one.
Oh, you mean the a la carte traffic
Yes, sir.
packages?
Yes, sir.
Basically, you have more things to sell, or you're happy, or you're like some of our key leaders here, they're just, this is their life. So they have the capacity to, due to their income or focus, okay, their dedication to this type of business, they say, you know what, I like what I'm doing, what's happening in my business, and the impact to those who are in my team, because they would benefit too. Remember, there would be overflow to your team. You're not necessarily going to enjoy that by yourself when you order extra traffic. So for the reasons I mentioned, some people like a faster pace. I'm more paranoid about time. I'm just so alert, and this is a trauma I have because I have so much in life I want to accomplish before I die. So time is a big deal to me. So if I can go fast, I was talking to somebody, they discovered that I had a master's degree. It's supposed to take 4 years at a good pace, okay? 4 years, you do that. I realized I finished it in 8 months. How? They said, did you like borrow credit? No. I did everything complete. 8 months. What did you do? I just didn't sleep until it was done. So when I do it, I go all in. So if it was my business, I have something passionate about, I'm just not going to leave one lick of traffic without, you know, drawing that to my business. And somebody's comfortable, you know, they're good with time. No pressure, no rush. Remember, it's a business expense. It's a tax deductible item. While we'll cash it and sit in the bank, you know, just whatever circulates in Onpassive, whether an O-Bless, O-Cademy, you know, more traffic, helping the team, all of that is just more value, more impact, more blessing, more influence. So you will be the judge to how you monetize your results.
All right. Thank you. We have.
Am I doing okay, Lynn?
Yes, you're doing fabulous. Is your time frame okay?
I'm fine. Just if you could, please. When are you going to talk to Ron?
We are trying to get, he's co-host. So I'm trying to tell him he is co-host. So she should be able to speak. Ron, go ahead.
No, but I mean, when you talk to him, can you tell him I did okay so he can invite me again?
Of course. Marty,
All right.
Marty, can you make Ron co-host? Because I see him on the panelist list. It's the orange, RH and orange. Can you make him co-host? I think that'll help him so he can speak. Poor thing.
He is co-host, Lynn.
There's 2 devices. So his second device is under Ron Hulbert. Julie, do you see it? Under Robert Faraji is Ron Hulbert. That one needs to be made co-host.
And Julie, are you getting calls from Hyderabad now? Because everybody knows you're giving a car. And now they're trying, okay, I better make a friend with Julie, okay? Everybody is going to be approaching you. Because you get to decide, yeah.
Julie, Julie, go ahead and share what you wanted to share. This is a great time to do it, Julie.
Oh, I'm just excited.
Am I in trouble?
You are so in trouble. You put a lot of us, you know, not sleeping at night and thinking. I mean, if what you hear today, truly, if your rock hasn't turned, your heart hasn't turned, or your mind hasn't turned, truly, I mean, I say this, Onpassive is enough. And the question to everyone is Onpassive enough for you? If it hasn't, you got to dig in, you got to look at it. You got to not only look at that,
Ouch.
just the founder, where you are, look at a different angle, remove yourself out and look back in, what can I do, right? Everything. I mean, just sitting here, listen to Mr. Ashmofar, everything. Onpassive, what Onpassive has applied to everything in life. If you couldn't understand that, give me a call. I could talk your ear out. That's all. Truly, it's Onpassive. It's enough in many way, many shape of life.
Thank you, Julie.
And Ash, let me tell you, you are doing just fine. I appreciate you coming on.
Did you invite me
It's a
again?
pleasure to have you.
He's having trouble with his devices. It's been a struggle tonight.
I am having tech problems, and I'm no tech. So I have no, I can't unmute my computer. So I had to go to my phone. So I got two devices, talking on my phone and watching the webinar on my computer. So
it was good enough, techy enough to attract me. I couldn't resist. So
Oh, yes, sir. We appreciate you being here.
I love it. Yeah, I saw the poster, so I did text you, so I said, okay, I'm gonna listen. And then I saw the one in the email. I said, they're talking about traffic. Oh no, I better go. And now I brought this with me, so
You don't need to use it.
thank you.
It's there's no place in the world that actually the company is giving away cars to the employees or the team. You know, it's going to be a red hot night. So make sure you check your back office. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, Julie, speaking of that, not only the car and all of that, I know you will, if we don't have enough Indian founders at the moment now, you will let them know, okay? Just today, Friday, say evening, afternoon, Indian Standard Time, we had a couple of departments, law and order, and cybersecurity, and Hyderabad Police Department, and some officials. We've been working on this meeting and collaboration, like a collation, for a while. Some of them from Bangalore. We've been close to them and all of that. But we finally got to where they literally were in our place. And we insisted we want to do our respect to them and have address a few concerns we have. The struggle, the stress is, look, we're doing so much good for humanity. We're working so hard to make a difference. We're spending incredible amount of money. We're paying so much taxes in multiple countries. You know, they know in India alone, millions upon millions, not only in their currency, but any currency. It's large budget. It's a large budget. And the good that we're doing, okay, in general, how many hundreds of families are living off Onpassive? Yet, there's some lunatic and crazy maniac every day comes and start barking and slandering and accusing us falsely. It's like false accusation, which is quite the opposite of free press and speech. It's a violation to that because you are harming the career and the living of many families. People use their career to go and pay their medical billings for their mother, to put their kids in school, all of that. We're doing so good. We take care of our staff health-wise, testing, vaccinations, whatever is required, all the precaution stuff. We do good. Day and night, we work hard. They look at the time zone. They know my hours around the clock. And yet people come and load their dump on us and leave. And that is causing harm for the hard work of the founders, of the leaders, the company, the staff. So that is damage. So it got to the point, like we reached the threshold and we said, this is not acceptable. We've got to work together. So we called for that urgent meeting. So many departments to do that. Not only the car is something, yeah, wow, you're doing something, not only that, but there's one big commissioner they known like nationwide in India, okay? They call it Pan-India, known. Said he's been into big tech giants. They know in India, Wipro, Deloitte, Microsoft, and a few other major Tata and big brands. They said, only Onpassive, we're not the biggest. For the first time in their career, they see the amount of security. And bodybuilders were the only company, they've been in billionaires' offices. They have never seen one bodyguard, a bouncer. We're the only company. Why we do that? To protect our staff. So we do things differently. I mean, we're not following anyone's lane. We just do it from the heart. And the message was not about what was the topic and what we're inviting. The message is about we do things that no one else does. So that bouncer from a government official, major one, been in many offices, maybe all of them. Onpassive is the first, has the amount of security, the care for the staff, their safety, and bodyguards. So I was touched by that. I was moved. And we are proud of it. That was a double message, by the way, if I had to explain.
Righty. We've got Tai Young would like to say something. Hi, Tai.
Hi, everybody. Hello, Ash. I have this, let me start here. I logged into a friend of mine's account for her. She's like 86 years old. And she has basically a charity like thing, right? She knits hats for babies. And I don't know whether I should put her on O-Bless or what to get donations to her or whatever, but she's been doing it for years and years and years and years, making a lot of baby hats. And she gave them to hospitals. And it's George's mother, George Giegel, that I'm, live here with. And she's just sweet. She's a sweet lady. And I just wanted to know what could I use Onpassive for? I don't know, giving her donations to get the yarn to make the hats more, or what. I don't know if it was a good idea or not, but that's where I'm at with that. I just wanted to know what your ideas on it is, Ash.
So while you're talking, I'm always constantly like screening, is this question an individual or is it for the whole body of Onpassive and the rest of the founders and all of that? So this is an obvious individual case. I wouldn't want to make a call on it or give you, I mean, I'm happy to be an advocate or supporter in any way I can for such a sweet lady and what she does and all of that. But that's a deserving case, is not necessarily something we want to address on this. So you do your own judgment on that.
Well, it's not. Well, another thing too is that, like, when I first got into Onpassive, I was looking to use tools to promote the things that I was already promoting, right?
Right.
One of the things that I wanted from it was real eyes on my product that I'm selling or whatever.
Yeah.
Was interested. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of my biggest questions was, and it's fear too, that if I promote something that I'm in, that I believe in 100%, and I feel like I'm doing good at it, and I'm doing good in it, then, and it goes sour, and I'm promoting it with Onpassive, what happens to me if it turns out to be a scam or whatever, and I end up scamming a bunch of people that's already on Onpassive? So that was a fear of mine too about.
No, you're good. I love that point, Ty. So remember, tyyoung.com is the story, and it's real. That is not going to change. Consider those opportunities, offers, businesses as light bulbs. Light bulb. Follow me?
Yeah.
And they will burn out.
Yeah.
They have a lifespan. But that doesn't affect you. Tai Young will always be live and will be out on. So, you know, you're going to change a few shoes, pair of shoes in your life and light bulbs and all of that. So that's not the asset. This is a dynamic thing. And, you know, you'll make a bad judgment here and there. So do I.
Right.
That's not going to affect your business. You just
Thank
change
you,
the
Ty.
light bulb, or you get rid of it.
Thank you, Ty.
You're welcome.
Karina. Hi, Karina. You can unmute yourself.
Thank you, Lynn. I don't have a question. I just wanted to come on and say thank you to Lynn and to Ron for this webinar. This was awesome, as usual. And to Marty, Chris, Mike, Dan, all of you guys, Julie, just thank you for the Leadership Council. And yeah, I love you all very much. Ash, I wanted to say hi to you. It's been too long since I got to see you, so I feel very blessed right now and very honored, honestly, just to be in your presence. So it's been a while for me since I've been able to see you. So thank you for doing what you do for us, because I couldn't imagine what you're going through. Like you said, nobody else would do it, and you're so right about that. Yeah, Onpassive has been an amazing journey for me. So I have a lot of respect for you and for everybody in Onpassive, all the people here, family. They're like family to me. So thank you for that, Ash, because it wouldn't have been that way without you. So thanks for what you're doing. And
Thank you
I
for
respect you very
acknowledging the
much.
leaders. I appreciate it. Likewise.
I appreciate you
And
too.
I
Thank
respect
you
you
so much.
for acknowledging the people who work hard to help everybody else. So
Yes,
it
yes,
was
they
good.
do. Thank you so much, Ash. I love you very much. And thanks for what you do.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.